Hey everyone, welcome to the AdornIt May crafting event for Mother's Day. This is hosted by AdornIt for all of the ambassador team. I hope you have enjoyed some of their projects throughout the week. If you are starting with my video, you might want to check out a few of the others that came before me, and I think there's one more after as well. I will put the schedule in the description box below so you can take a look and see if there's anything you missed out on. Anyway, these are the projects I created for the Mother's Day event. I actually decided I was going to do a gift set for Mother's Day, as opposed to specifically a Mother's Day card that I can gift to my mother or a mother in your life. So I figured that I would go ahead and share the items that I created with, and then also share the projects as well. So first up, here are the stamps from these were the Valentine's release. A lot of them are, well, I think all of them are available now. So this one right here, and I apologize, I don't have the names of the stamp sets, but I will also link to their website so you can look at purchasing any of these that you may not have in your collection. So here's the first set. It's a 6x8 stamp set. There's this one as well that I used, and you can see there's lots of banners here. And then this one right here, I'm turning them sideways because I can't fit them in camera if I turn them the other way. All of these are 6x8 sets, so there are larger stamp sets, and they are on available. Now this one right here I have received as part of my design team package for the month of March. It's now April. So this one, at the time of the filming of this video, I don't think it's dropped yet. So if you are looking for this one in particular, it was with the homemade bread release. So this one is to come. I believe maybe by the time you see this will be available, but just know that this at the time of the filming of my video, it had not dropped yet. So I did use a sentiment from here. Okay, so those are the stamps from AdornIt, and then I have a couple of other things that I've used for my stash, so I'm going to share those with you, so you're not so you're fully aware of what I used to create. This is a stamp from Paper Tray Ink. It's got a sentiment in here that I used. I'll go through these quickly. This candy wrap die for my sentiments. These two, both sets of tags from Sunny Studio called Scallop Tags Square. This bag topper from Avery L. These little bling gem stickers from Honeybee Stamps. This die, which is a card base, as well as this one, both from the Greetery. I don't actually know the names for these, so but you can see they're 4x4 card based. And okay, so that's all for the stamps and dies. I did use this Memento marker along with the ink because I alcohol ink colored my image. These two green inks, this one is Paper Tray Ink Ripe Avocado, and VersaFine Clair Shady Lane. Both of those for the tones, of course. And then I use my Copics for coloring, as well as my sketch markers, because they're both alcohol ink markers. So if you're looking at the sets, you'll see that it's mostly pinks and greens or yellows. The sketch marker set, or sketch marker brush pro set, they have a wonderful set of greens, so they help extend some of the gaps I think that the Copic marker set doesn't have, and I have all the Copic markers, so I think the greens in the sketch marker set are really nice complement to the Copics, and I use them I used them together for the first time. I also have some warm grays and some neutral grays in here. And then you can see my, this is a green actually. You can see my blenders in there. And then there's a marker here. This marker I used because it is a fine tip. And it's an art liner from Spectrum Noir in a yellow 0.3. I think I got that at a retreat, actually. So those are the markers, and then here's the paper. Now, the only reason I pulled this out is because this is a very thick cardstock. This is, I think this is a 150-pound cardstock that Paper Tray Ink sells for their tags, for tag making. And it's a white cardstock. So this, in contrast, is a 110-pound cardstock, and it is a little bit thinner than the tag stock. So this one holds up really well. You can die cut it very easily. This is what I use for my card bases. So I just holding up them together so that you can see the difference in the thickness. Maybe, maybe not. You can definitely hear it. So I have both of those in my stash. And then this one is a paper that I had purchased many years ago. It's 8x8 called Perfect Pair, and it is a joint production from Knitwit Collections and Lily of the Valley. I do not know. Knitwit's collection. Knitwit's, I guess that's the name of the company. They're still around. They do a lot of digital papers, so I don't know if they actually have this one in their shop still, because this is from 2013. So that's what I used, and I only have this down so you don't see the glare from the lamp on my board. Here's my project, or projects. So as I said, I created a set of tags and cards to go together. And so what I've done is created a gift set that could be packaged up all together, and I will show you each one by one so that you don't get confused. Okay, so here is the card and the tag together, the coordinating tag. So this card right here, you can see the stamp that I used. It's a scalloped square, and then I put it on that card base that I showed you, the die that I showed you. So I did color this with my Copics, and you can see the gems I used as flower centers on the card, and you're going to see that throughout all of my projects. And I wanted to go with a pink-green sort of colorway, so I really think this, you know, for Mother's Day, it really speaks to me, because I like both these colors together as a combination. And my mother is a, you know, she loved to garden. She doesn't do it now, but it's one of her favorite hobbies. I think the favorite hobby she ever had. So that is my first image that I colored, and I did stamp it on the inside. That's where that sentiment stamp set comes from. And then I stamped these little string of hearts from one of the sets from AdornIt. So that is my first 4x4 card. And then the coordinating tag uses the same paper in the background. But these two stamps I put together. And I have layered up, you can see it right here. I layered up 2 or 3 banners to go up underneath the colored image of the banner. And I also put this image back here as well. So I love the little pink ladybug. So I've also used some seam binding for my tag, and then some sparkly yarn. Oh, I didn't show that earlier, but that is from Prima. So that is the front, and then the back. I stamped this from one of the AdornIt sets as well, and I have I guess a little tip on how you do this. You basically will just mask off the stamp parts that you don't want to get ink on with tape. And then after you ink the stamp up, you remove the tape, and then you can stamp the pieces that you inked up. So that's how I did this. If you want to see how this is done step by step, I actually took photos of it when I was doing it, and I can attach it to the end of the video. So there is that, and that's stamped in that olive green color. Okay, so it kind of matches the same aesthetic. So this is the first card set, and it actually goes inside of a vellum bag that I put a bag topper on, and I added some gingham ribbon and a button. So on the back, I stamped my made by, and then it's just rolled up right now because I'm going to actually tape it when I gift it out, but I wanted to be able to take it out of the package. So when you see this, it'll be like, pretend it's inside, okay? So it'll be like that, where you can see through it. And you might be wondering, where are the envelopes? So I have a box that I have from a stamp set that I have previously purchased, and they used to come in these plastic boxes at Paper Tray Inc. So I've saved them because they're the perfect size for gifting 4.25 by 5.5 cards, so A2 size cards. They fit perfectly in here. I can fit both of my gift sets that I've got in here and envelopes. So there's 2 envelopes in here, and what I'm going to do is once I put the card inside the bag will slip down and you'll be able to see the bag plus the card on this side, and then I'll do the same thing for the other side. Now, if you're wondering, it's that same gingham paper I wrapped around the top, same paper that I used. I just stuck it down to the plastic. And this is a stamp also from AdornIt, and I've just stamped it with that green and cut a tag out and put it on there with one of those bulb pins. So that is the box that's going to hold these cards and tags, or the gift set, sorry. So let me put those over to the side. And then the last one I have is in this colorway. So for this one, I, again, die cut this card base, 2 different pattern papers. Here's the image I colored, and I put all those little gems. I love how this turned out with the flowers because they're so cute. And then I added some seam binding to kind of just make a bow here on the front. And then on the inside, it's stamped with the same sentiment. Put a little piece of paper in there, some of the scrap, and then added that little stamp of hearts here. I thought this was a nice sort of uplifting set of note cards, because sometimes when you give note cards, it's for just a quick hello or something like that, or a thank you, or just to say hi. So I thought these note cards would be something that, you know, someone could use. And then here is a shape card, a shape tag, I'm sorry. I used one of the images and just fussy cut it out. Actually, a couple of times. I didn't actually fussy cut it. I used my scan and cut this time, and used that tag stock to layer it. So if you look here on the back, I did stamp. This is the to and from that you saw on the other tag. I again masked this off and then inked it up, and then, you know, pulled the tape off and then stamped it. So you could see the full image here of what it is. I chose not to color it because I thought it would take away from the front. So I basically have Copic colored this one as well, and then added the little gems here in the centers of the flowers. I think it's so sweet. And then added some rickrack for this tag, and a button and some of that same sparkle yarn. So these, of course, go in a coordinating vellum bag. Again, those will fit down into the box. And I'll include some photos so you can see the finished as they're wrapped up. And then you will get an idea of how the gift set can be gifted. So thanks for watching, guys. And I hope you enjoyed my projects from this event. And, oh, I didn't mention, here is that gingham ribbon. This is from Daiso, actually. I think it was gifted to me from a crafty friend. And then I just raided my buttons dash for some buttons. So that is it for now. Thanks for watching. And if you're interested in, again, seeing the packaged items up, I'll add some photos here. And I'll also add the photos for what it looks like when you mask off a stamp, so you can get an idea of what that process is if you don't already know. Thanks again for watching, and make sure you check out the other ambassadors. I will leave those that information in the description box below, and also check out AdornIt's Facebook group. I'm sure they'll have information on this event. and some of the shares that have been going on. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.